Hey, what's going on, everyone? Kodokan here. Sorry for the delay, but been busy, yo. Anyway, I'm here with another installment of the Mud and Vine Academy, and I'm gonna cover collar choke from Side Control, and it's pretty vicious, and you're gonna love it. Collar choke from Side Control. Let's go.
Here I am with Paul, right? This is a quick little side control choke that we can talk about. So I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna get it nice and deep, basically punching the mat with my thumb in like this, okay? So here I am. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my elbow onto the ground, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm essentially using this is a way to just kind of cut the blood circulation off. I can do this one-handed, right? So Paul's gonna tap with this hand so you can see. So take it until you can't, yeah. And I could have gone a lot deeper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen it up for Paul. Okay, so I'm here, much loose. You can see there's a lot of space there. So nice and light, nice and light. So let go of your hand there. I'm gonna be nice and light. So ideally, what I want to do is I want to get my elbow to the mat, right? See how my forearm is lifting up his jaw? If I can get here and lift up his head like that, he's gonna tap. So I'm not gonna need to get that far because he'll tap right when I. Yeah. It sucks. It's no good. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna put his hand here. This hand is gonna support my elbow. Okay, because he's gonna keep me go strong. Don't let me, right? So this is a common defense to this. So at this point, I'm just gonna put my hand here, and I'm gonna grab the lapel really tight. The load. Just so you know, I'm always gonna be grabbing like this. I'm always going to drop my elbow. So see how my hand pulls out? Essentially, that's what I'm looking to do. Obviously, that's not going to let me, so that's what causes the pressure to go down. Paul's going to put his hand on my elbow, right? So without my hand here, just imagine that my hand's pushing down and he's got a fuck ton of pressure right here on my elbow, doing everything he can to keep my elbow from touching the ground, okay? That's when I'm going to keep my pressure on the side. I'm going to grab this lapel. I'm just gonna grab it here, okay? And then I'm gonna grab it, and I'm just gonna turn it in this way. You can see how now that's starting to hit the carotid there, right? So if I'm hitting this side, basically what I'm doing is I'm pulling towards him like this, which is now pulling that towards the carotid. If he starts to then pull your chest towards me, so you're up on your side. So as he does that, that will release the pressure. But what that does is that it gives him, it releases the pressure of this, but it gives him less pressure on his hand. So then I can then do that where I'm just shearing past his elbow, lifting his chin up, and finishing the choke. So just to summarize, so we're here. Paul has he's tight, he's holding my forearm. I'm coming in, grabbing it here. Now I'm gonna let go of the grip so Paul doesn't feel choked, but I'm gonna come in like this, and as I'm doing that, he's blocking me. Ideally, I want to come in like this, but he's blocking me. So then I'm going to come in. Notice that I'm not leaving pressure off of my elbow here. I'm just going to grab the lapel. As I grab the lapel, I'm going to pull in. And as he starts to bring the shoulder up towards me, in order to alleviate that pressure, I'm able to then pass his hand. So his hand is locked. Now, if his hand's on the outside, right, and holding my hand, I'm not going to be able to do this. But what I am going to be able to do at this point is I'm going to be able to then take my knee and then shear it. So flare your elbow out. And then I'm gonna be able to take my knee and shear it out with my knee and then complete the choke. When I lift my knee, he brings his hand in. So bring your hand in, keep it on my elbow. Well, that's okay. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put my chest blocking his hand. So now my chest is blocking his arm, and I'm able to then shear past that, and then I've killed that elbow. So as I'm doing this, he's got his arm here, My whole goal is to keep this here as I pull my arm back. I could even so much as, if he's on the inside like this, I could grab here, and I could grab his elbow as I shear it past. But that's very difficult. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give them a choice. I'm gonna give them a choice with this attack. So I'm pulling in here, give him the choice, and as he turns in, that negates that pressure, but that also blocks that, and then that's when, it's kind of like the pass we're talking about. I'm always keeping contact, and I've let go for Paul, so I'm just gonna be shearing my hand past there. Very, very brutal, very good, efficient choke.
Newsflash, submissions are super dangerous. You really have to be careful when practicing them. You don't want to hurt the person training with you, and you don't want to be hurt by your partner. Be sure to take it slow and be safe. Communicate with your partner and let them know when you want to be released. When practicing joint locks or chokes, treat them with respect.